Welcome to this half hour of our Talk to the Experts on News Talk Radio, and it's our friends from Trustedsaskatoon.com that we're going to be spending time with today, and the brains behind Trustedsaskatoon.com joining us to start right off, Sarah Wheelwright. Hello, Sarah.
Hello, Brent.
Pleasure to see you again. You
Always.
brought along some of your dedicated friends who are part of Trustedsaskatoon.com. Which category are we going to be looking at here on our program this weekend?
Well, the theme covers a couple of categories, and it's outdoor living and design. So we have Rick from Premium Spas. What he does is provide utter relaxation outdoors and indoors as well, actually. And then we also have John from JJ's Landscaping. So he's the guy now that you can actually see stuff that's out there instead of having white stuff there. He's the guy that come along and he can make your backyard space look fantastic. And we also have Paul from Sunridge RV.
Yeah, we're going to get Paul on the phone here a little bit later on in the program. But the way this works, if you're new to our Trustedsaskatoon.com expert show, we get you, the listeners, to ask questions. And the way we do that is people have gone to the Trusted Saskatoon Facebook page over the course of the past week. That's where you submit your questions. We have our clients then take a look at the questions, and they select some of the many questions to answer in our time that we spend with them here. And then when we're all said and done at the end of the program, we select one lucky person who submitted a question at Trusted Saskatoon's Facebook page, and they win a prize pack.
Absolutely, and it's another great prize package this month.
Bet. Rick from Premium Home Leisure right downtown Saskatoon, 22nd and Idlewild, is giving us a $150 gift certificate towards a great barbecue gift pack. They got tons of great barbecue stuff there. John from JJ's Landscaping is giving us a $250 gift certificate. And keep in mind, one person wins all this. And Paul from Sunridge RV is giving away 4 camping chairs. That's kind of cool.
Absolutely.
What a neat prize pack.
It is.
So for people that need a quick backgrounder on what TrustedSaskatoon.com is all about, they haven't quite picked up on what this incredible business does for them. Tell us what TrustedSaskatoon.com is.
Very simply, it's really the only local directory that you should use. We've done all the running around. We've checked the businesses out. The ones that are on there have already proven to us and gone through a criteria to show that they're great businesses. They will look after you. You can find us online on TrustedSaskatoon.com. You can download the app onto your smartphone, iPhone, or your pad.
I got it online.
The Trusted app. And also you can find us and connect with us on Facebook and Twitter and places like that too.
You know, the apps are the way to go, isn't it? Because it's just so easy. You go into your Trusted app, as I've got mine open on my iPhone here, and there's all the categories listed right there. You click on the category, and you're going to find great, trusted, local businesses that are part of TrustedSaskatoon.com. Businesses like Premium Home Leisure. Hey, Rick, how are you?
I'm doing well.
I'm glad you're able to join us here today. Busy time of the year at the busiest intersection in town, 22nd and Idlewild, I'm guessing?
It is. It's real busy.
When you think about those incredible spas that you've got down there, you think about that incredible lineup of barbecues and smokers that you've got down there, it's the place to be. And are you ready to answer some questions?
You bet I am.
Good deal. We've got one here from Trish, who says, I want to buy a new barbecue for my back deck. Can you give me some idea of the different varieties that are out there? Everybody says go natural gas, but she says, doesn't that limit the location of your grill? And what about the safety using a gas line? You guys have certainly got a good variety of barbecues down at Premium. I've been down there and seen them myself.
Yeah, there's definitely a wide selection, and natural gas and propane are just one of the options that we've got there. If you go natural gas, one of the benefits to that is that you never run out of gas.
Good point. Just remember to turn off the barbecue, that's all.
That's a big one to remember. But you are limited on how far the line can be.
Can you get extensions on the lines, though?
You can, but you can't get much past about 18 feet.
I see.
Otherwise, the gas doesn't travel at a fast enough rate to be able to have the barbecue operate properly. So it's really important that you do think about the location of your grill and whether or not you want to move it around.
I suppose you could also say, and I don't know what the cost is involved in getting a natural gas line, but if you're having one line put in and you've got maybe a big backyard or a big deck area, I guess you could go with a second outlet, though, too, couldn't you?
You can put multiple outlets there, which allows you to, if you wanted heaters,
good point.
natural gas heaters can be moved around as well. And I know that there's trusted partners that can do all of that stuff as well as moving gas lines.
But you go down to Premium Home Leisure, you're going to find more than natural gas and propane grills down there.
Absolutely. We've got it all covered. So we've got gas. We've got great, fantastic gas grills. We also carry wood pellet. Our Traeger wood pellet grills, which need electricity to get up and going and operate, are probably the thing we're best known for. We've handled those for about the last 8 years. And they allow you to grill, barbecue, and smoke, which are actually 3 very distinct cooking methods. So depending on how you use your grill will depend on what we recommend.
Does the cooking process with the wood pellet take a little longer than, say, a gas grill?
It can. Definitely what they're best known for is low and slow. That's where we can put some food on, we can take our time, we can use some cuts of meat that we normally wouldn't cook because it's going to be tough and chewy, and we're going to be able to make it absolutely mouth-watering delicious.
Okay, so we've got the two types of gas. We've got the wood pellets down at Premium Home Leisure. Anything else?
Charcoal.
They still do the charcoal.
They still do the charcoal. Actually, it's a very fast-growing segment with the charcoal. There's the old briquette style from people, the old hibachi.
Like we grew up with,
exactly, and kettle style, to the one that's actually the fastest growing segment right now is the Kamado style.
Those are those weird looking shaped bumply things.
Yeah, they're
what a description.
They're made out of ceramic. It's based on an ancient Japanese form of cooking, and they're made out of ceramic, and the shape of the grill really convects the heat, keeps the heat nice and even with the very, very thick ceramic. Like, these things weigh substantial amounts. We can get some high temperatures, but we can also smoke with them and use low temperatures. So it kind of covers the whole gamut, and truly for flavor, there's nothing that will beat one of these things.
Okay,
they are fabulous.
Lots of options if you're looking for barbecuing. Premium Home Leisure with Rick. Another question. This one comes from Anne. She says, are hot tubs the same as a pool in that do I have to have one of those bottom-sucking things to clean it every now and then?
This is a little bit of an interesting question. Hot tubs, you can end up with debris at the bottom of a hot tub, and it does need to be cleaned out. There are spa vacs that will remove that. But as far as bottom suction goes, there really isn't anything in a hot tub. The regulations have changed a number of years ago based on a law that came into effect in the United States called the Virginia Graham-Baker Act, and it's anti-entrapment. So there really is no suction in the bottom of a hot tub anymore. In fact, they have to make sure that it's the proper amount of suction on the side so that we don't have to deal with entrapment of someone's hair or something getting caught. And pools function much around the same way as well, too.
And they're easy to clean. I've had hot tubs over the years. It's not a big deal to clean your hot tub.
Oh, yeah. We've got some that are absolutely ridiculously easy to look after.
And, of course, you carry the jacuzzi line.
We do. The guys that invented it all and still continue to lead the way.
Kaylee is asking a hot tub question. They want to put one at her fiance's cabin. She says, is there ones that save on power and water? Of course, water's not really a big cost. You could put lake water in, I suppose, couldn't you?
You can. What the foundation of the hot tub is, you want to make sure that you're dealing with something that is very energy efficient. The jacuzzi line that we carry, as well as the Tough Spa line, are very energy efficient. They're rated to, we're talking a couple of bucks a month difference between things. So they're all very, very energy efficient. One of the things that you're going to want to look at for up at the lake is this something that we want to use year-round? If we're looking for all-season use, then you need something that hardwires in to what we call a 240-volt hookup. And that allows the heater to quadruple in the power output. So in the cold winter months, our heat recovery is going to be a lot better, and the tub's going to be a lot more enjoyable. If it's something that is going to be used mainly during the summer months, the 3-4 months that they're up there and, maybe some warm water after doing some wakeboarding or out on the lake fishing, there are some units that will plug into a regular wall outlet that are very, very simple that will allow you to accomplish that. And as you mentioned, we can fill with lake water. There's pre-filters that we can use to make sure that everything's filtered out, as well as the filtration systems on the hot tubs will take care of a lot of that.
And you've got the expertise to guide people along on any of these questions if people have questions about hot tubs, jacuzzis.
Definitely.
Rick, always a pleasure. Thanks for your time. Anybody's got any questions about barbecues, the different styles, the different types, and of course a jacuzzi line of hot tubs, drop down and see them. Premium Home Leisure right downtown Saskatoon, 22nd and Idlewild. Thanks for your time today.
Thank you.
Back in just 2 minutes to our Trustedsaskatoon.com expert show. On the way, landscaping questions for John from JJ's Landscaping, and then Sunridge RV takes some questions as well. You're listening to Talk to the Experts on News Talk Radio. Talk to the Experts for Trustedsaskatoon.com. Our next guest is John from JJ's Landscaping, ready to answer your landscaping questions and more. Hello, John.
Hello.
You ready to go with some questions?
Sure.
And my apologies on the pronunciation of this person's name, Tejaswi Tejaswi just says, I bought a new home. What would be the first landscaping issue I should consider looking into? Any viable alternatives to lawn? What do you say there?
Well, definitely grading would be the biggest issue. A lot of the home builders out there don't do a real good job in final grading, and we could have water running back to the house. That's definitely the most important thing, making sure the water runs away from your house.
Get some slope away from the house?
Absolutely.
Okay. Then what?
Alternatives to sod would be artificial turf or rock. A lot of people are doing xeriscaping, planting just rock, some flower beds and things like that.
I was driving around the Willows the other day. I saw a house. It was weird when the snow was still here. And here's this green lawn, like it looked crazy, but it's some kind of an artificial turf.
Artificial turf, yeah. It's becoming very, very popular nowadays.
Okay, Holly's got a question for you here, John. John is with JJ's Landscaping. You'll find them at Trustedsaskatoon.com. Says her dog destroyed her backyard, digging big holes all over. Is there an artificial grass product that could be used? I don't know that you'd want to do that if you're replacing over existing lawn, would you?
Well, you would just rip out your old lawn. There's a base of crushed rock that would go down, and then we can put down artificial turf. There's especially dog product.
Dog friendly, I guess.
Dog friendly, yeah, product that goes in kennels and different things. And they say that the dogs won't dig in it because they don't get any reward instantly from it.
I suppose.
When they're not digging and throwing up dirt, they basically give up on it.
And even better, I don't have to mow the darn stuff.
Absolutely. It can run about $7 to $12 a square foot installed. You can do it for less yourself if you wanted to tackle a job like that. But they say probably 7 years you should see a cost savings.
Excellent.
With not having to water and not having to cut.
John is with JJ's Landscaping, again, part of our Trustedsaskatoon.com expert show this weekend. Just off the top here, what's your specialty at JJ's that you guys really deal with a lot of, John?
We're doing a lot of brick driveways nowadays. Concrete cracks, especially in Saskatoon.
Okay.
It's a matter of time when it's going to crack.
Isn't that the truth?
Where brick, it's going to last forever.
Sari asks a question, do you need a building permit to build a retaining wall in your yard?
No, building permit isn't required for a retaining wall or any kind of landscaping as far as sprinklers, sod, even building a fence. But you do require a permit to build a deck. Okay.
Constant asks, I'm wanting to redo an area for friends to gather, but don't want hardscaping or lawn. What other options do you recommend? What would be left other than those two?
Well, the first thing that would come to mind is a deck. Everybody has a deck nowadays, pretty much. If you don't want to do a brick patio or something, there's rubber tiles made from recycled tires. Mm-hmm. They're very homeowner friendly. You can easily install them yourselves, and if you want to take them out, you can.
Okay, simple as that. You guys do that work?
We sure do.
Rebby has a question for you. These are questions submitted to Trustedsaskatoon.com's Facebook page, and John from JJ Landscaping is fielding them. Wants to know what's the best idea to put under patio fireplaces to protect the ground.
Well, we sell fireplaces that are kits that a homeowner can put together themselves, and we really don't have to worry about the ground. They're completely self-contained. I wonder if they were maybe wondering about a fire pit.
Fire pit, probably, yeah.
A fire pit should probably just be placed on crushed rock. It's easy to clean. It'll disperse the heat well. If you were to put it on a concrete pad, it would crack. Fire and brick doesn't really go together.
No, not a good thing. Any landscaping questions you have, you can give John a call at JJ's Landscaping. What's your phone number, John?
221-5102.
And from landscaping, we now move on to RVs. We've got Paul on the line with Sunridge RV. You'll find them in beautiful Radisson, Saskatchewan. Make the drive there or check them out online, sunridgervs.ca. Paul, how are you today?
Hey, I'm great, thanks. How you doing?
I'm well. Thanks for joining our group here today. We're thinking about summertime and hitting the road, maybe in a beautiful Sunridge RV. We've got some questions that people have submitted through the Trustedsaskatoon.com Facebook page. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Holly wants to know, do you at Sunridge have a storage facility for RVs for parking? And can you give us some idea on an annual cost if I want to store it with you?
Sure, Holly. Yeah, we do have a storage facility. We, it's $30 a month. We've got some space here, and we do have promotions. From time to time, pay attention. We'll give you free storage when you buy something.
Boy, $30 a month though. That seems pretty reasonable.
It is. everything's a little cheaper in Radisson. So
I hear you, brother.
come on out and take advantage of it.
Trish is asking a question. She says, what are the things I need to do to get my fifth wheel ready for the season? And do you have any kind of a spring tune-up package for RVs at Sunridge?
Yeah, we do. You could do it yourself. If you come out, we would charge you $59, but it's flushing your water system, so you got to get that antifreeze out of your system. So we'd do that. We'd gas test it again to make sure all your gas appliances are working. We'd run your appliances, and then you want to be safe. You want to check your lights again, make sure everything's working properly. Check your roof. Always important after a winter to check your roof. Make sure nothing happened, to your roof. You want to just have a look at that, and then you're good to go.
We're talking to Paul on this segment of Trustedsaskatoon.com's Talk to the Expert show. Next question from Nikki off the Trusted Saskatoon Facebook page. Is there such a thing as a hybrid or green RV?
Yeah, the hybrids are kind of a combination of a tent trailer and a typical hardwall trailer built into one. You get a little more room, less weight. You can tow with a smaller vehicle. But as trailers are getting lighter and lighter, weight is, you can still get a hardwall trailer, but it's capable of being pulled by your minivan. So I think they're kind of fading out. We don't see as many of them as we used to.
Paul from Sunridge RV in Radisson, our guest on this segment, Ann wants to know, is it better to have a fifth wheel or a regular pull-behind trailer? I'm guessing that's probably all just a matter of vehicles, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you can pull more weight by pulling a fifth wheel. It's just distributed in your vehicle a little, it's evenly distributed in the box of the truck. So you can pull more weight. A fifth wheel is going to be a little more money. You're going to have more storage. But it does pull nicer. And some people choose to pull a boat behind that, so you can do that with a fifth wheel. I guess they're a little more money. It depends on your vehicle. You give up your truck box. There's pros and cons to both.
Is any one of them easier as far as just driving skills on a highway? Do you find it's easier with a truck pulling a fifth wheel as opposed to a vehicle pulling a trailer?
Yes, some people find a fifth wheel is easier to tow around. Yes, that would be the big advantage to it.
Okay. We got another question here for Paul at Sunridge RV. This comes from Laura. Says, my husband loves to camp all year round. What packages are available to winterize an RV so it can be used all year round? Do they build them to be used year round, Paul?
Well, Saskatchewan's kind of a different province. When they say four season, it's four seasons Saskatchewan. We do have a long cold winter, as everybody knows, and there is some products built for that type of winter. So there is some campers built that will stand up to the Saskatchewan winter, and but most of the stuff is three season. It's good for spring, fall, summer.
Okay, we got one more question here. This is coming from Kristen. Any important points to remember when replacing the awning on a travel trailer? Do you guys do the replacements on things like that?
Yeah, we do anything and everything.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah, awnings are kind of tricky. There's a high-pressure spring in there. You got to be careful. It's dangerous. You could easily pinch your fingers. So just be aware of that spring in the awnings under a lot of pressure. So, if you can't do it yourself, be careful.
Well, I'd just take it to you guys. I'd rather have you do it and
we'd be happy to
get your fingers caught in the springs rather than
keep
mine.
Your fingers.
There you go. Paul, thanks for your time today. Thanks for joining us on our Trustedsaskatoon.com expert show this weekend.
Oh, thanks so much. Thanks for the call.
And we encourage people to check out sunridgervs.ca and drop up to Radisson. The water's all pretty well away from you right now?
Yeah, the only flooding is the flooding of good deals here. There's a flood of good deals.
You are smooth.
Okay.
Thanks, Paul.
Bye-bye.
Sarah Wheelwright, I just want to wrap up with you as we're going to make our draw here, and we have selected the question that Kaylee Ham submitted, and Rick from Premium Home Leisure had been talking about that, and she was the one asking about a hot tub up at her fiance's cabin. So Kaylee is going to get that
Congratulations,
gift pack
Kaylee.
from Premium. She gets a $150 barbecue gift pack. Paul from Sunridge that we just talked to has got 4 camping chairs, and then John from JJ's Landscaping, $250 gift certificate. She's got a good haul there for
She
summer.
certainly does.
Thanks for joining us again, Sarah.
Thank you.
And again, to find out more about all of the people that are part of Trusted Saskatoon, check out their website, Trustedsaskatoon.com, and submit your questions for our next program. Go to Trustedsaskatoon.com's Facebook page. You've been listening to Talk to the Experts on News Talk Radio.